War Tycoon Planes Tier List. Starting off with the P51 Mustang. This doesn't require any operation. It is a little bit expensive. It is $700,000. Only has 2 guns, no flares. Since it is technically a very old plane, it doesn't have many of the new features like ejection seats. It doesn't go too fast compared to some of the other planes like the F14 or the A10, but it does go 226, 225 miles an hour, and it's a little bit harder to land than normal. Next up, we have the F14 Tomcat. The F14 Tomcat is required by an operation, has 4 walk-on missiles, flares, an ejection seat, and bullets. The ejection seat is something that is a different feature compared to some of the other things like the P51 that we showed just a minute ago. The P51 does not have flares, an ejection seat, or walk-on missiles, which makes this definitely one of the best planes that you're able to get. But the main feature that I really like about the F14 is that if you're about to get destroyed by a plane, then there's one thing that you can do to escape. Just try to come down just a little bit like this, and then press this ejection button, and then you go off into the ocean. Now it does have a passenger seat, so if you do have somebody else with you, they eject too. Don't worry, they're not going to be stranded and left behind. But just like that, they can still shoot you out, but it's a lot more hard for them. Next up, we have the MiG. I don't own the MiG, but if you do want to see me own it, it is a kind of cool plane. It's a little bit worse than the F14 that we just showed. It's older. It does have an ejection seat though, so it may be something that you may want to do. It's also a little bit easier if you're doing operations. So if you do want to get it and you only have the P51 Mustang because it doesn't require an operation, you might want to consider getting it. Next up is the A10 Warhog. This is definitely one of the best planes in War Tycoon. It's not quite like some of the others. It has bullets, and it also has my personally favorite thing. It has bombs that drop out from the bottom of it. It has about 4 to 6 bombs that it can drop at once and does a lot of damage. So whenever you're going to raid a base, definitely use that to destroy the shield, and then use the bullets to destroy the oil extractors and the C-ram turret. But definitely my favorite plane. That's going to be the end for today's video. But before you go, maybe consider subscribing, and thanks for 11 subs.